Let's see. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Offline. Huh. All right, let's see. Esther. There we go. Okay, I tagged you. All right, we got 13 people in the house. We got Esther back. Esther, you came on what, November?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a powerful show. That was a very powerful
Yeah.
show. And that was a powerful
Okay.
time. That was a very powerful time. I know it was a powerful time for you because you told us about what had been going on with you for 3 years. And for people that don't know, I mean, you're very established psychic, medium kind of, had some very unique experiences. You told us about, when you were taken, and then as a human, you were talking about what it was like to go through it, and of course
Yes.
that was a really powerful time when we met the first time because as everybody knows, things got really hot in June and July, and then everybody was just going through massive changes, and then around the time that we connected, it started to chill a little bit, like around November 11th, November 15th, whenever it was. But on the show, it was so cool because at the end you connected to your higher self, and you said you hadn't been able to. That was really cool. And it was really cool the way you were so open and transparent about everything that happened. So,
Yes.
how I've seen a couple of your posts. It's been a while, but I remember
Yeah.
seeing a couple of your posts since then. And so, how are things going now? How are things going for you?
Oh, um, heavy. It's still heavy.
Still heavy?
I know that they want me back into the clinic, that they force me. Um, I don't want to. But yeah, how can I say that? Um, the people that are coming to me from the clinic are playing their role, so that it's gonna be heavy for me, and that they can put me into the clinic again.
Mm.
And it's very heavy because I have two people around me who I can trust, and yeah, it is heavy. Yeah, I have to stand up for myself and keep myself busy so that I don't go into that gate that they had opened for to me.
Are you? Are you?
Can you understand me? My English is so
Yeah, we can
bad.
understand you.
Oh,
We understand you just fine. Are you?
okay.
Are you getting any positive connections? Like, I mean, etherically through your guides, or anything like that? Are you getting any direction at all?
No,
No.
I took take medicine, and by the medicine I don't have any connection with upstairs.
Hmm.
Uh, so I'm yeah, all alone. I pray to God, but yeah,
Wow.
that I don't feel the connection. It's because of the medicines. It's cut off.
Are you able to get outside and like walk on the earth?
So sometimes I'm very scared when I'm going on the street. Some days I don't go on the street because I'm scared, and sometimes I feel myself a little bit stronger, and then I'm going on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that help to get out and walk around and ground?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very important for me to keep myself busy, and that's the point. I'm living in here in a home, and yeah, there's nothing to do. So yeah, I lay on the couch on my bed. You're cleaning the house. Uh, there's not much to do for me. So here in the house, I have to um, take good care of my mind, that I'm not going into the wrong position.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people listening can relate to being laying down on the couch or the bed a lot more than even, through these past 10 years, but a lot more in these last few weeks or months. A lot of people have
Yeah,
been talking about it. Um,
yeah,
so, I mean, obviously, we're doing a lot of work when we're not in, human awake state, when we're in dream state.
yeah,
So there, and then I think a lot of people are spending time alone, and
yeah,
many people, I don't know that it was necessarily by a conscious choice with that in mind. Some, I'm sure, but I think there's something going on that many of us find ourselves alone a lot and in solitude, and
yeah.
that's not a bad thing. Um,
Yeah, it's not a bad thing if you connected with God, or connected with your guide. And I'm not connected, so I'm here alone, just by myself, and that's then it gets scary because you don't feel any warmth or yeah, um, yeah. How do you say that? You don't feel any support from your guides,
mm,
and that's scary because then I'm going to think, oh, when they come to get me, and why, and all that sort of stuff, and that's yeah, that's scary.
so the last time you were on, you connected to your higher self. Have you not been able to do
Yeah,
that? Have you not been able to do that since then? Really?
no,
Do you
yeah,
do you see it as some kind of block?
yeah,
Yeah, within yourself.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
don't know how to remove that. And I also think the people who did the black magic, how do you say that? Black magic?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, they took a lot of me, a lot of stuff, good stuff. And some, I lost my guides. I lost the connection with God.
Take them back.
Yeah, how? I talked to him by myself, and asked things, and yeah, the connection isn't there.
I mean, I guess it's possible that uh, someone or something could block something within yourself.
Yeah.
Connection's there. Um, there's just a switch was turned off, maybe,
Hmm.
but you can still take it back. Do you
Yeah, I tried to. I, yeah. Yeah.
have have you
Oh,
ever
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just curious. There's so many different ways. Obviously, there's so many. And you're a practitioner. Before this happened to you, you were an energy worker. Um, but have you ever just closed your eyes and like scanned your body
Hmm.
for where this switch turned off is located?
No, I don't.
Have you? Have you ever? You never tried that before? Something like that?
No, no. Just scan your body.
Yeah, you just close your eyes. Take a couple of
Yeah.
breaths, and just however you do it, third eye, because I know you have those psychic abilities, and
Hmm.
just visualize. Asking, where's this switch? Where's the blockage? Close your eyes, and look at your body, and
Yeah.
see what you see. We can practice if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think one of the things that's happening is as we get into more unity consciousness and oneness. My friend Ty, Ty with the long hair that plays all the music.
Yeah.
He he says he names 2023, and this isn't meant in a bad way. Um, is the year that the guru falls. And what that
Yeah.
really means is that real healing and real alignment and real learning comes in groups where nobody is at the head of the table. It's a round table. Everybody has the same seat. And the power of the group consciousness, with the same intention, is a very powerful thing. I think what he's talking about, what others have talked about, as this shift's taking hold, is the power of where two or more people gather, because it's always going to be the individual healing itself or aligning themselves. But
Yes.
we're all offering each other a lot of code that might be. I have code in me that's turned off that you have turned on. And when we come together, whether we know it or not, we're exchanging code. But I mean, that could be one way to handle it. I'm sure there's other ways you can look for the trauma, that created the blockage. But I
Hmm.
mean, really, the reason so many people were so interested in the show that we did before was because of your heart.
Oh,
And that's the thing about the heart, is it's more powerful than any blockage or any
yeah,
feeling.
that's true.
Yeah. So
But the feeling in my heart is it's not so strong than it ever was.
I mean,
It's
you radiate pure love. Every
mm,
one of us, when we look at you, that's all we can see. That's what you are.
okay.
But I guess that's where we're all at. How much do we love ourselves, and that's really what it comes down to. Which is
Yeah.
easier to say something like that than to actually know it. I guess that's what we're all experiencing. See, Angela says your heart is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Do you like to sing?
No, I can't sing.
Not even when you were a
You
little
want me to
girl.
sing?
Yeah, you should sing. Do something that you've always wanted to do and not be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, there's so many ways to try to solve this whole human equation experiment that we all signed up for. But one way to do it is to do something you've never done before. Okay, somebody just said something about let the grief release. I sense grief. Okay, I'm gonna pull this thing up real quick. So I don't know why I wrote this morning. I haven't really been writing prose or poetry, but it's probably because you and I were going to do a show. So I was thinking about.
Okay.
I saw a headline about the comet, the green comet that's come for the first time in 50,000 years and is being associated with the Hopi prophecy. And so what happened was, I don't know, I just kind of got a download, and you know how it is when you get something, you just write it, you don't even know what you wrote, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I just put a picture of the green comet up, and it goes like this: we left many synchronicities to guide us in our lives. Some come often, some come when the seasons change colors, and some come like a siren, the ones that mark the ages. It's innate, we all know it, and there will be more in number and in frequency. We are both dying and birthing, but we are always living. No one really knows anything but that. We can grieve death, we can celebrate life, we can do both if we choose. It's our choice in this eternal present moment. Respecting our past, trusting our souls, honoring our deaths, welcoming a new life. I am soul, you are soul, and soul is goddess. And and after I wrote that, I was like, what the hell is that?
Nice.
But I understand we're either in a state of lack or in a state of bliss, you might say, or celebration. So in a state of grief or in a state of celebration. But the truth is, we've spent a lot of time in both. and a lot in grief. Whether it be
Yeah.
loss of a job, loss of a relationship, loss of time, loss of money, whatever. There's a
Yeah.
grief, there's a death, there's a loss. And that's, as we know, the beautiful, perfect program we built to have this experience and grow our soul. So I respect grief, and I respect birth or life or celebration. So I respect death, I
Yeah.
respect life. But I think what we're doing here is in our own, not what people see, but like in our own lives, which is what's so great about you, because you're just so open and honest. But it's in the way we conduct ourselves. It's in our personal respect and integrity and love. And that's the best contribution we can make. So, we can do both. We can do grief, we can do celebration, we can, grieve over death or dying or loss or lack, and we can celebrate life, because like, I wrote today, we're both living, we're both dying and birthing at the same time, but we're always living. And that's why these moments are special, moments where we just open our hearts. So I know we've all gone through a lot, and even if we look back in the last 3 months, I know I've been curled up in a ball in fetal position. I know I've said, hey, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. Get me out of here. But we always come back to the heart. And we've all felt the way you feel. And I'm just letting you know that you are a beautiful soul, and just as we can
Thank
feel
you.
grief, you're welcome. Just as we can feel grief, we can feel the grief of dying. We can feel the celebration of life itself. And these little moments go a long, long way, and you know that because you are psychic.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think that's part of what's happening now too. We don't have to say as much. We can
No.
just hold space. What is holding space? What is that? What is really holding space? I mean, I think part of the human experience, the 3D, is we try to solve everything. Why would we try to solve anything? That's how far the distortion's gone. There's nothing to solve. If I want to lay on the couch and you know, basically my days, talk to Morgan 2 hours, 3 hours, you know, 2 or 3 different times, you know, I'm just saying 2 or 3 hours the whole day. The rest of the time I'm alone, or I'm doing this show.
Yeah.
I didn't plan this, but what am I trying to fix? There's nothing to fix. There's nothing I need to correct. This is life. Everyone
Yeah.
told us you can't be you can't live and die at the same, you know, you can't die and be birthed at the same time. But whether we're
No,
dying
that's
or,
true.
you know what I mean, whether we're dying or birthing, we're always alive. We're alive. This is what we've got. This moment is precious.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what do you want to be when you grow up?
But a light worker again.
You are a light worker.
Yeah, but I can do anything because I'm fully blocked.
What if you could teleport right now to any dimension, any timeline, any age? Yeah, any age of your life. Where would you go?
Um, I think about the age of 40,
40?
I will pack my bag and travel around the world, helping people. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Traveling, and I don't know. I don't want a big house. I don't care if I sleep on the street, but if I can help people and I can travel, then that's yeah, that's my dream.
Mm. I can feel that.
Yeah,
Well, we're all becoming more empathic. Like I could feel that in my heart when you were saying that. So that's not my heart. That's your heart. But we're all, you know, the same heart. So, you know, this empathic ability that was such a terror and such a burden and curse for so many people for so long until we really started to make some progress. I mean, it's a superpower. That's why we don't have to say as much between each other, all of us, because we're speaking through the heart.
yeah,
We were just told it was a crazy way to look at life.
yeah.
Yeah, there's. So you pray a lot?
That's good.
You said you pray a lot?
Yeah.
Are those
Yeah.
are those rosary beads that you
No, no,
had?
no.
Oh.
Nee, no. These are my ear
Oh, I thought they were
things.
rosary beads or prayer beads. No, my grandmothers used to carry those rosary beads. Those are cool when they were prayed.
Yeah.
Angela
It's
said,
also
uh,
I doubt a lot because does doesn't God really exist, or is it our minds who thinking that He exists, that we are creating a God? And I don't. yeah, when I pray, I don't really know. Uh, do I pray to God? Uh, pray to the light? Uh, to the source? How do you call it? To the universe? Because, yeah, I think I don't. I don't. I doubt about it if the God really exists. I think the people created because they don't know how to handle the light. So they made up a God, and he made us, and yeah. So when I'm praying, and I don't sure where to I praying. Do you pray?
Of course.
And
Just to who?
to
That's a good question. Um, I'm just thinking back to when I reawoke in 2011, and then up to today, right? I'm trying to remember how my prayers went up. My prayers went up like back then, and then time goes on and you change, but they would go um, in the infinite realm of the Mother Universe and Father God, and then I would start naming all of the connections that I had, like you said you had, to
hmm
the spirit guides, to the ascended masters, the angels, the archangelic angels, um, elementals, and so on. And back then there was no galactic. Um, but the way that the prayers were answered, and the prayers I think too were because I was homeless. I was homeless. I lost my
hmm
family and everything. Um, and but they came from, and they always ended the same way. If I was praying about a specific situation, whatever was going on, um, my family, my kids, my wife at the time, uh, whatever, jail, the psych ward, uh, whatever the outcome was, like, here's my desire, but what do I know? It's in your hands. Um, and may it turn out for the highest and best good for all involved. So I always felt like I had to put my place at that table equal to everyone, not being the exception, right? But the way that I received uh, answers, or the way it talked to me, or the way what we're talking about talked to me, which is okay, everything outside of myself is the way I looked at it, was through synchronicities and through coincidences, and also through divine episodes, apparitions. But I mean, it was all those are far and few between. So, and then and then everything, and every day I would say to myself as I was walking, I am soul. I am soul. And I would just be talking to the universe. And I guess to me that's prayer. It's communion. It's constant. It's a conversation. I am soul. I am soul. I don't care if I don't have a home, but whatever whatever the whole thing is. But I think my wake up, your story's a little bit different, but a lot of people's wake ups in around 2012. The main thing that is that I'm eternal. I can't be killed. How can a soul survive anything? What am I trying to do to surviving as a human being when I'm actually a soul in this body and there's nothing I can lose? I'm not going to die. I think that's a big part of our awakening.
Hello.
See, they're part of this too. Everybody's
Yeah.
ascending. Hey, Angela said, you are helping me immensely. She's talking to you. You are helping me immensely by being honest. I was in a tough place last week when I also felt disconnected and I wanted to give up, but I pulled through that. Thank you for showing up today. That's what she said to you.
No thanks.
And Joanne says, you are helping many people even now, Esther.
That's nice to hear.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we do for each other, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened last night. This January has been nuts. I mean, when I say nuts, I mean, I could talk about different categories or different aspects of our lives, my life, whatever. But one of them has been sleep. I went, most of the last 10 days sleeping at least 10 hours. It's insane. And waking up like I've just been through the war. But the lucid dreams are very, very present. I don't remember them all, but I can kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. But you know how the thoughts are when you come out of sleep, and you're more connected to yeah. And I was just thinking about so many things today, but it all came down to the fact that, you know what, we are dying. Everybody talks about the Great Divide, and I realized this morning that the Great Divide exists in me, as within, without. So I'm taking a human being as a standalone aspect in all its doubts and smallness and bullshit and conditioning, and I'm taking the I am soul over here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm actually not getting rid of either one of them. Well, obviously not getting rid of the soul, but there's parts of the human that are dying in order to integrate with our soul. And it's like the greatest secret in the world.
Yeah. About sleep, I have constantly nightmares. Every night it's the same. I don't know what they are doing with me, but it's constantly. I don't have one night that I slept normal or wake up normal. It's constantly having these nightmares.
Is it the same one over? I'm
Sorry?
I'm sorry. There's a lag. Is it the same one over and over?
No.
Okay.
No.
See, I've seen comments here. I've had such a hard time sleeping. Need to sleep. A nap has been a daily thing. My anxiety, and these are three different people. My anxiety and not being able to sleep all January, it's been crazy. Thanks that I am not alone. Here's another one. I am sleeping so much and dreams are intense. And then someone said, you're a wonderful teacher.
It's nice.
So let's try this. You worked with people as an energy worker, as a healer, in the past. Let's say that I'm the client and you are Esther before what you're calling a disconnection, okay? And I'm the client and I have a blockage. And I have a blockage. I'm the client. I'm the client, and I do have a blockage. And I might even tell you what it is. But since we're doing it, if you want to do this, can you return to the role?
If I can see the blockage?
Or how would you, if I came in for a session for you, what would we do? Where would we start?
What I always did was sit at ease and close your eyes, and then inhale and exhale. And you put your hands open on your knees.
Okay.
So you can feel the energy.
Okay.
And then I feel a blockage at your heart.
Okay.
But I guess I don't know for sure.
I'd say you're right.
Okay. Is that right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay then.
Is there anything we can do?
With the blockage?
Yes. What would you what would you do?
I would come over golden light to your crown chakra, to your head,
Yes.
to your neck, so in your heart, and clean the whole heart space. And don't forget to inhale and exhale.
I am. That's pretty cool. I felt it. I felt like I was going to throw up for a second.
Yeah.
But it passed.
Okay.
But the energy moved up. Once it did all the cleaning, it moved up. So that wasn't too hard. That was easy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That was good.
Thank you very much.
You do that very quickly.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can. There's and never is someone around, so I can practice this or looking if I still can't. So I think I am totally off, but yeah, it worked. That's a good sign for me.
Yeah. Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it can feel lonely. Even at this stage of the game, it can feel lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're not alone.
No.
So let's, for those who wish to, before we get out of here, and with your permission, right? So when I first woke up and the universe would have me do things for people, I always, from the beginning, I always use this one ritual that came through, right? So, with your permission, we'll put you in the center of the circle of life. Okay, and this is how it goes. So, whoever would like to join us in this moment, in this eternal moment, witnessed by the heavens angels, all the heavens angels, we place Esther in the center of the circle of life, and we form a ring around her, all of us with our guides and our angels and with Esther's guides and angels. We're all family, and as you stand in the circle of light, we shine the golden light, golden white light, universal energy onto you for the highest and best outcome. And we, in this eternal moment, share in equality our self-love, self-respect, our integrity, nobility, honesty, purity as one. All the angels in heaven witness in this eternal moment, love and light, love and light, love and light. There you go.
Wow, this feels good.
Feels good for all of us.
Yeah.
See, that's not a coincidence. That is a fellow soul.
Yeah, this is really my buddy.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that.
And he feels everything. And when I'm in bad shape, she comes lying on me, and she come lie over me, and until I'm ready to stop, to stand up, and yeah. She's a protector.
Thank you, Esther.
Thank you, Todd.
It's good seeing you again. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank everybody for your continued love and support and contributions. Allow us to keep doing this every day. Just remember, we're all going through the same thing. It's not easy. I don't have it easy. Esther don't have it easy. Nobody has it easy. But we keep coming back to the heart, and we're still here. So don't go nowhere. We didn't come this far for nothing. We'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.
What's your kitty's name?
Momo.
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 Momo. That's the name of a famous gangster in the United States.
Oh.
Sam
Is that so?
Yeah, from the mafia. Sam
Oh, yeah.
Giancana. Momo. All right. Hasta luego, Momo y Esther, mi hermana